actually went into it having very little knowledge of the overhead costs.
At first, obviously, to run a business, you're gonna have to spend a lot of money, and at the start, it was really stressful, you know.
It's a difficult thing because you don't see the end in sight, right? You know, you've been told, all these different figures, what you're gonna make, how cash flow is gonna roll, all these things have been told, but you haven't seen it for your very own eye.
That's why we're in business, right? Everything has a risk, but I think College Pro really mitigates that risk.
It was really tight, but you really have to be organized with the amount of money that's coming in through deposits and the amount of money that you're spending on other marketing.
It feels like sometimes you're really in the hole, but then all of a sudden you cash a couple big checks.
And it was kind of just this constant, you get money and then you pay it out and you're broke again, and then you get a little bit more money and then you pay it out and you're broke again. And it's just consistent until the summer starts.
But once you start making money and you break even, then there's less worry.
I mean, it's obviously really important. We learn about it in school all the time, how important it is to invest in yourself, and that's kind of what College Pro is.
And it was really great because I didn't have to pay anything really up front. Everything was put on something that College Pro calls recoverables, so I'd be able to pay it off over time in a reasonable amount of money, and I'd still be able to ramp up my business with marketing materials and stuff from College Pro.
They were able to pretty much front almost any of your expenses, and then you just pay for it by weekly payments as long as your sales progress.
And that was very, very helpful in terms of running my business, especially being a student, not having any money to start off with. That was a big thing.
I financed my business mostly with the money that I made working before university, and I did have a little bit of help from my parents along the way.
Yeah, I took $500 for my van and then another $2,500 loan from my parents. And it was the first thing I paid back after I produced my job. My first couple of jobs, it was just well, I know my debts have to go. Once cash flow starts, it's fine.
The other investment that I really see other than financially is the time. So, you can always invest so much money, but as long as you keep investing your time productively, you'll always make back that money that you're investing.
For me, it was just being tied to long-term goals, being tied to what I was getting out of this in a monetary figure, but also in a skill set sense. And realizing that, every single dollar I put into this, I'm getting something out of it. And whether I don't see that for a month or so, it doesn't really matter because I know it's coming.
It can't really be something that you are half in. It has to be something you're all in. You get the money, you invest it into the business, and demand return, not just hope it comes, because it won't if you don't.
So it's definitely worth it. You just have to stay calm and realize that the money's coming in, as long as you're being smart with your spending, really.
Every week, try to hit your goals, and you'll get there.
If you believe in yourself and you have good help and stuff like that, then it's easy to overcome, and it's definitely worth it.
You just have to know that that's the way it goes in the beginning of a startup.